Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In this video I want to show you my current Not So Berry challenge household. I stopped recording a while ago because I decided to take a break for myself and kind of focus on different things in my life, and I didn't have the strength anymore to upload, to be quite honest. But I played in private on my own and it's really fun. And I'm currently at Generation 4, so I kind of wanted to give you a little update on, yeah, where we're at right now and what I achieved and what I finished and stuff. So basically, like I said, we're at Generation 4, which is the Great Generation. We also already finished the Mint Generation, the Rose Generation. You still know Pepper and Flynn, I suppose. And Flynn's son is Saul Norberry, who is the father of Misty Norberry. So Saul was the heir to our Yellow Generation. This generation also went by pretty quickly, I felt like, and it was also really fun. I'm going to show you the house of the Yellow Generation later on, but sadly I didn't save any of the other heirs, so I can't really show you them. And I also didn't save her starter home and the flat of Flynn, or later on his giant penthouse, because he became a politician, like the highest highest politician type. I have no idea how to call it, but you know what I mean. And yeah, those are the generations we've finished. And Misty is currently pregnant with the first baby of the Plum generation. I can't show you her partner right now, but I guess I'm just gonna go into the create a sim real quick, and then I can show you Misty and her boyfriend. So yeah, Misty is also an alien, by the way, because Saul was an astronaut and he got pregnant by an alien. There's also like a lot of story going on. Like Misty didn't really have a good relationship to her father. Like she had a lot of stuff. Like they were really wealthy, but the emotional connection wasn't really there because Saul wasn't prepared to have a child and didn't really know how to deal with a child. Also because it came so sudden, and yeah, because of that, like Missy only had her father. Like she doesn't know her mother, so that was kind of difficult. So that's why in the Great Generation, it's gonna be Misty's goal to be the complete opposite to her children, like to care for them and love them and be friends with all of them, have a good relationship and everything. And I'm really excited for that, to be honest, because it's gonna be really different than the other generations, except for Pepper's generation at the beginning, of course. She also was great to her children, but she focused on her work a lot as well. So this is going to be the first generation where we really focus on the family aspect, which I'm really excited about. But now I'm going to show you Misty. So yeah, this is her everyday outfit, and we have the formal wear. We also have like different outfits right here. This one is like really cute. I love the hair and stuff. Also, she inherited those pointy ears. Like up until this generation, we still have those pointy ears, and I'm really feeling it. I love those ears. It's nice. Yeah, then we have the athlete outfits. There's also 3 of them. Then sleepwear, party outfit, swimwear, summer outfit, and the winter outfit. Yeah, her aspiration is the athlete aspiration, and her traits are active, music lover, and slob. Also, her father kind of like focused a lot on his career and then also on working out to kind of clear his mind and stuff. And this workout area was in the basement right in front of her room. So when her father wasn't home, Misty kind of just used that time to like work out and through that also distract herself and stuff. So I guess she kind of inherited this yeah, like this passion from her dad, or because it was like one of the only things she kind of could concentrate on at home, because her father wasn't home a lot of the time. But yeah, and this is Merlin Finn. She's gonna be the baby daddy of the children of the Plum generation. I also gave him like the aspiration to kind of know a lot of stuff, learn a lot of stuff. Then he's neat, which was a requirement in the rules that we marry a Neetzen. He's also outgoing and a dog lover, which leads us to our doggo, Sissy. She's really cute. I felt like a husky kind of fits for the Great Generation. I don't know. And yeah, I love her. She's adorable. But yeah, this is basically the family of our 4th generation. And now I'm gonna show you the house real quick, and then we can hop over to the home of her father, Saul, which is the only home I still have. Like, I didn't save the other ones, which is unfortunate, but yeah, that home was really fancy, so I'm still gonna show you that. Right, so this is our home. This is not the first home she has. Like, we moved not long ago. She was in a pretty small home before that, and it was really cozy. I loved that house, but I didn't save it, like I said, which is sad. But yeah, it is what it is. I kind of, like, we moved to Mount Komorebi because I felt like that just fits to her kind of hitting the top of her career soon, and yeah, building her own little family and kind of settling, you know. I felt like moving to Mount Komorebi, which is just really relaxing, I feel like, and also a great spot to raise your children. I felt like that just fit. So we moved here. Before it, we lived in San Myshuno because she grew up there, and it was also, I don't know, it was nice to meet people there, and she had a basketball court right in front of her house. Yeah, which was a thing she really liked at that time. I'm not focusing too much on basketball anymore now, but that's fine. She's still working out a lot, going jogging with Sissy and stuff like that. So yeah, inside we have the little entrance area, which is kind of cool. I also tried to focus on many gray colors. Like, it's not everything is gray, obviously, but I tried to incorporate enough of gray and white and stuff like that. Yeah, then we have the little bathroom, which is kind of cool as well. Yeah, I'm just turning on the lights real quick. So this is our bathroom. Pretty nice. I also tried to make it kind of cozy and homey, but also like, it's not minimalistic, but you know what I mean. It's still modern, but also cozy. If it kind of makes sense. It's also a little messy because she's still a slob and he's neat, so he kind of tries to tidy up everything a little bit, but there's still a lot of clutter everywhere. Not a lot, but a little bit, like in the kitchen. But I kind of love this area right here. It's, you know what I mean? It kind of has this family vibe. Like, when you lived here for a long time with your family, I don't know, it was with me in my childhood and stuff. There was in my childhood homes, we moved a lot. There was always like clutter everywhere, some pictures, decoration, stuff I crafted as a child, which my mom kept and had, I don't know, standing somewhere until I was grown up and stuff. Yeah, kind of this vibe I wanted to go for. So we have that. Also, at the gathering place, I thought that kind of fit because one of the rules is that every Sunday we have a movie night with our family, which I didn't really do yet, but I want to do it as soon as we got our children. So yeah, then we have our kind of like portrait area. I kind of need a better place for that because it's kind of cramped right here. But yeah, I'm gonna find a way. Yeah. Then the upstairs area. Also, I tried for the first time to make a clear roof. There was a hell of a struggle because I had to make the roof look good but also clear, and there couldn't be any walls underneath because it would look bad, and I don't know. But I love how it looks also because the light is shining in like that. It just looks really cool. I love it. Um, I also kind of fell in love with using those kind of floors, you know, just those simple concrete floors. I just love how clean it looks and everything. I also tried to use a lot of kind of Japanese and Asian style furniture and interior, like those doors and stuff, and those walls and everything, you know, lanterns, stuff like that. And I really like how it turned out. Ignore that this is not symmetrical. I noticed that, but it is what it is. I guess I can't change that because then it would be in the way of the dog bed. I have no idea. I'm gonna try to change it at some point, I guess, but I don't really mind it too much. Yeah, the bedroom, like I just showed you, I really like how it looks, except for this, but yeah, we don't talk about that. Then a tiny little walk-in closet area because it still had some space here and I didn't know what to do with it. Yeah, and a tiny walk-out room, which I think I will turn into one of the children's room at some point. I have no idea. I think I'm gonna put another children's room right here, maybe. So this fence is gonna go away and there's the room right here and still the, I don't know how to call it, like the planting area. I also loved how that turned out. Like I finally figured out how to use those plateau thingies, and I right away used it to make those elevated plot areas in like kind of, you know. I also tried to use a lot of bamboo because I thought it fit, and we also have a tiny little pond right here, which is cute. And the entrance area is just really simple and sleek. Also, tons of plants. So I kind of went for this gray, white, brownish, and green theme. Yeah, and this is the garden, which I really love with all of the moss and kind of overgrown, some stuff to meditate and do yoga and train Sissy with. Yeah, I guess that's basically it. The house is pretty big, but I still feel like we don't have a lot of space, if you know what I mean. I don't know. Like, we have a tiny little dining area, which I'm okay with though. I thought maybe I have to build a dining room, but I think this will be fine until we got more children. But even then, we can still put one chair there and there. Yeah, and here I can also cut it off or something, and maybe also make a basement for all the walkout gear and stuff. I like how it turned out, and I would say I'm gonna show you the house where she grew up in, her father's home, because I really loved that house and it's still existent. All of the others I sold, so I have money for the heirs and for the children, or when we moved and stuff, and I also didn't save them, but I saved and kept the house of her father. So we're gonna jump right over there. All right, so here we are. This is the home where I played the third generation, and this is one of my favorite houses. It's just really creative and unique. I tried to make it look that way. Just kind of like a giant laboratory, but also homey. I don't know. Also, this is one of the first times I tried to make kind of a walkway instead of using those terrain spray tools and stuff. And I just really like how it turned out. Also, of course, everything kept in the kind of yellowish tone. Also a little bit of gray because I like to sometimes mix the current generation's color with a little bit of the color which is gonna come in the next generation, you know? So it kind of at the end looks like the children are kind of already putting their colors into the home. I don't know how to explain it, but you know what I mean. And yeah, I also tried to put grass right here so it goes over into this terrain design thingy, and then it goes over into just this normal reddish sand color, and I really like how that looks. I love it. So yeah, we have a tiny garden here where Saul grew a few alien plants and stuff like that. Then his two rockets. The outside area with a lot of fairy lights. Like, not a lot, but those. And yeah. I also love this rooftop with the observatory, a giant flag, because I felt like maybe that fits because he's like one of the top astronauts, and then you from afar kind of see, oh, okay, this is his residence, he lives here. I have no idea. I just thought it kind of fit as a status symbol or a symbol that like who lives here. I have no idea. Yeah, entrance area. I also tried to like I said, make it creative but also a little luxurious and show that he was wealthy, you know? Like with those big glass windows, those big doors, and also a lot of luxurious decoration. I don't know how to really call it, but statues and stuff like that, vases, big decoration pieces. If you go in here, it's also really bright and open, kind of, a little bit. I mean, yeah, back here it's really open and stuff. But, you know, try to kind of keep it fancy. Yeah, like with those floor tiles, a lot of high-tech stuff. Yeah, expansive bathtubs, toilets, automated cat litter box and stuff like that. This is the bedroom, kind of simple because he just slept here, and other than that he didn't like spend any time there, basically. Another bathroom. Also again those fairy lights and stuff, and this really big window front. I love that. Really nice. A big open kitchen. Then dining area with tons of dirty dishes. We're gonna ignore that as well. Then I really love this living area. It's kind of cool and cozy. What the hell? Like this. Okay, we're not gonna pay attention to that. This was his little research area, kind of like with all of the prints he got from the observatory, and while being in space, also all of the goodies he brought, all of the animals, all of the stuff he found. Kind of put all of that stuff there. Yeah. He also really liked to be creative and create statues and stuff like that. That was also one of our goals. So we did that. And I think those are two projects he did as a child. So I kept those as well. Also the robot here. Yeah, school project. Right. This is the lower area, and up here, yeah, it's just the rooftop. But we also have obviously a basement. And this is the sports area, like workout area I talked about. Also kind of nice. Okay, wait, I'm just gonna. This is a random person, by the way. She moved in here, I guess, after we left. Yeah. So this is what I mean. It's also really chill little sitting area and stuff. And this was Misty's room. It's not bad. Like, she had a lot of fancy stuff and expensive stuff, but like I said, this is the only thing she kind of had, and the emotional connection to her dad, emotional love and stuff wasn't really there. And this is the last room. This is basically another bathroom with a sauna, open shower and stuff. This is really one of my favorites. I loved how this turned out. Right. So this is basically it. That's the home of the third generation. I had a lot of fun playing here, and yeah, in general, I'm having a lot of fun right now. This is almost the end of the video, I'd say. You can tell me if you want me to continue this series, because I'm kind of really hyped. Like, I kind of really want to continue uploading this challenge, but you know, I don't know if it makes sense to just continue right in the middle, you know, like to upload videos again from, I don't know, the Plum generation, like the fifth generation or the fourth generation or stuff. I don't know if it makes sense, but if you really want to see it, please tell me, because even if just some people want me to continue, I would do it, because I also really wanna. But I would do it depending on, I don't know, what the people maybe want to see and what I want to do, you know? So if you want me to continue, just tell me. If you think it's not a good idea, you can also tell me that. Yeah, that's it, I would say. And I'm gonna see you in the next video. I kind of really want to upload stuff again. Maybe also continue the other challenges. Yeah. Then thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna see you next time. Bye bye.